howdy. That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, the ground game. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter, but you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Complete to start this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been...
Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Jumped on top of the pile.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Gage. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And the big game, they've got it on the 46. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the pass.
Afterburners coming. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses to 35. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Touch pass on the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Keeps the legs moving. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Gage. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And the Wolverines will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll go to the ground. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll let it go down the right side. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Well, one of the reasons you go for vertical is because you know you've got dudes that can stretch the field. This guy is one of the fastest receivers in college football, so I love the play call, taking advantage of that speed to go make a big play.
A first down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for the offense. He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Looking for room at the 25.
Gain of 23 on the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
Finding more yards with the spin move. Offense getting set for first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 14-14.
He's going to pass. Makes the catch. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does a linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
This offense has a second down play. Off the RPO, complete. Steamrolls his way ahead. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Gage. Swings it out to the flat. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll keep it on the ground. And the Aggies get it past the sticks. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
How do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Wood. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Texas A&M going up tempo.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John football?
Man, John football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The Aggies will have it 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Fast motion from the offense. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Brings up 2nd down.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Wood. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Defense not showing press coverage. Well, jet sweep pass. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. Now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
It's a flea flicker. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Looking to pass. It's Wood. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right. Touchdown, Aggie! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Wants to pass it. Fires on the move. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. To the air on first down. Scrambling away. Fires downfield. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fourth down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. Touchdown, Aggie! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. the offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
691,
These DBs going to give a little cushion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and then going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job.
He uncorks one deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll throw it on 1st down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get it through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Michigan offense will take over 1st and 10.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Motion from the offense.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dances away from the D. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. He'll just keep slinging it. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
It leads to second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in.
Michigan.
4 points.
Number 1, Halton in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits those uprights right in half. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Utah State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Logan for some time. They're up by 34 over the Royals. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Wood. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Ready up.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas A&M 42, Michigan 28.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
Punt formation to kick it away.
And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Fighting off the defender. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Ran through the contact. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Gage. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 2nd down coming up. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Using the spin move. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They've got the screen set up. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Michigan! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead.
Black 24, easy.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Check, check. Say go.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Wood. Keeps looking downfield. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A low line drive and not his best work. And it'll be downed right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you put them to football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you could tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He wants a big play here late. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll try the run. Finds a crease at the 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Spits it out to the back. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Aggie! And the punishment has been extended.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in Game 1. Blowout win looking like in Game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. The Cuse is in the house. Syracuse is pouring it on right now with an offensive performance we haven't seen since some of the legendary 44s.
Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. There he goes to the right. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Back to pass, it's Wood. Trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Okay, ready?
Offense gets set for second down. They'll give it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Texas A&M going quickly. Wants to throw on third. Looking left. Just excellent technique by this receiver, working the sideline. The great footwork to stay in bounds. Wants to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He's got it. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. And here comes the offense on second down.
Clear. Clear.
Now the play fake. Coming after it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
On the double.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Set.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side now. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk play.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Pulls it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Gage. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down.
Get set. Get set.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion. Not the way they had it drawn up. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. from the 28.
Yeah, grab it.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.